Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to mourn the life and celebrate the death of our dear friend, Jeremy. I'd like to read for you his favorite passage from the book of Jeremiah. On the moon I found you sitting on my old plaid Chesterfield in tatters, green, gold, blue, brown, tying yellow nylon ropes 1,000 feet long and melted at the end so they don't fray, to your wrists and ankles. Because something is missing. Because you are a real boy and it is not all cracked up to what you thought it would be. Because you want something more. You tied yellow nylon ropes 1,000 feet long around your wrists and ankles so you could feel what Pinocchio felt in reverse. So you could feel birth from puppet to real boy in reverse. So you could feel safe, secure, simple feeling. But the ropes just dragged behind you as you moped through your day. They just tangled around the legs of your office chairs. You spun around and around in your cubicle trying to escape. You didn't escape. You just got dizzy. You just threw up. And then one day while crossing the street, your yellow nylon ropes, 1,000 feet long, wrapped around the axles of an 18-wheeler semi-truck and trailer, and you were dragged to your death. But when Pinocchio's wrapped around the axles of an 18-wheel truck and trailer, he was dragged to sawdust. You were dragged to mush. But even in death you are beautiful. Even as mush you are beautiful. While we are all trying to rid ourselves of ropes, while we are all trying to become real boys, you did not. You were never one to go with traffic, unless dragged. To mush, behind 18-wheel semi-truck and trailers, by your make-believe imaginary marionette yellow nylon ropes 1,000 feet long, by your hopes, by your dreams, by your illusions, kicking, screaming, yelling, begging, pleading. This is not what you had in mind. This is not what you wanted. This is quite the opposite. This is death by road rash, by stereo from above, by firing squad, by hanging on too long to yellow nylon ropes 1,000 feet long, by being a real boy, by not being a puppet, by being made of mush and not sawdust, by tying really strong knots in yellow nylon ropes 1,000 feet long around your wrists and ankles and having them wrap around the axles of an 18-wheel semi-truck and trailer. And now we pour you into the belly of the whale. You're a real boy now. But you should have stayed on the old, tattered Chesterfield with Jesus, God, and Peter Pan, watching the World Series of Poker on television. Green, gold, blue, brown.
I think maybe not everyone here speaks English, so I'm going to translate a little bit. I think the best way to remember a guy like Jeremy is to tell a story about him. Remember the good times. Now maybe all of you don't know this, but despite the fact that he didn't play an instrument, Jeremy really loved his jazz. So this story takes place one chilly February night. It was kind of blue outside. A party at Jeremy's house, and he decided, because it was kind of blue outside, to put on some Miles Davis. Now, not everyone at that party agreed that Miles Davis was appropriate party music. I mean, the man was a genius, but apparently you can't dance to him. But Jeremy didn't care. He just kept on playing Miles Davis. And people started mumbling and people started grumbling. Jeremy didn't care, man. So that's the thing, when Jeremy decides something, he just does it. He wants that coffin shut, it's shut. And Jeremy just kept on playing Miles Davis. And finally, a bunch of people approached him and said, "Jerry, man, you can't do this. This is a party, and I don't want this kind of music. And you know what Jeremy did? Jeremy stood up on a chair and looked everyone in the eye, and he said, "People, people, if you don't like Miles Davis, you can go fuck yourselves." And that's the way I like to remember Jeremy.